Little mathematicians, I want you to think back to this activity. We used a grid with 9 boxes. To describe the position of some of these pictures, we used words like left, right, top, middle, or bottom. Today, I want you to think about those positional words to play an activity that looks like this. You're going to collect some items from the land that you're learning on. Make sure each item is different. You might find some pebbles, a leaf, a special small twig, a piece of bark chip, maybe a seed or a gum nut. You need 2 of each of these items because I want somebody to play a barrier game with you. To play a barrier game, you sit across from an opponent and you put something in between you and the player across from you to separate your view. That means you're not to see their work and they're not to see yours. They need to have the same items that you have. Today, you're going to take turns giving instructions of where you want them to place something. You're going to use the things you collect from the land you learn on to place onto this grid. Your opponent might tell you to put the gum nut up in the top left box. They'll put their gum nut in the top left box too. And then they'll give you another instruction. Put the green leaf in the bottom middle box. So you need to put the green leaf in the bottom middle box. And they'll do this too. They keep giving instructions until all 9 boxes are filled up. But when you remove that barrier so you can see the person across from you, their grid and your grid should look the same. They will look the same if you're listening carefully to the words and the position of where you need to place your items. After you have a go listening to the instructions, you could be the person that gives the instructions to your opponent. You're collecting items from outside today and you're placing them on a grid to show your understanding of positional language. Have fun playing this barrier game. Make sure you're practicing those positional words and make sure you're listening carefully so you know exactly where to place something.